How was your holiday?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical.
What'd you get?
Presents.
Anything specific?
Nope. Nothing specific.
Me neither.
Just
I didn't get anything specific.
Just presents.
Just stuff.
Yeah, I mean they were wrapped.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Got some money.
Yeah.
Money's always good. Got
clothes.
Got a
furniture.
little bit of clothing.
Kitchen utensils and whatnots.
Whatnots. We got various whatnots.
Yeah. What else do you need?
Yeah, I got a monkey.
What?
Yeah.
Like a live monkey?
Yes, and I'm training it right now to maybe guest host at some point in the future. So.
Oh, all right. You didn't, I mean, I could host. You didn't need to train a monkey. But, that's cool. Yeah. If you got a monkey and you want to,
It's like Grandma's Boy where I'm teaching him karate.
Okay.
Welcome to Whatnots, folks.
Welcome.
I'm Randy.
Yeah, he is. I'm Todd.
Today on Whatnots, we have ourselves a heck of an episode coming up here. Because
that's what I hear.
I was at the thrift store the other day and I discovered a book that I didn't know existed.
You went back to the thrift store.
I always go. I go to the thrift store like 3 times a week.
I go to.
I'm basically a regular at the thrift stores around here. And I found a book.
Oh my gosh!
We've got the Full House is coming back to TV. Well, Netflix technically.
Yeah.
Wait,
really?
I found that Fuller House. I'm legit. No. Did you not know that Full House is coming back?
This is news to me.
This is news. You're just learning that Full House is coming back. It's going to follow like one of the kids as an adult, and they have kids now.
You're kidding me.
And it's called Fuller House. But this is the book I found there. Full House, Stephanie, Sugar and Spice Advice. And right before we shot this, I was actually looking through and I discovered that this is part of a Club Stephanie. You would get these books in the mail, $3.99 each. We decided, I decided because you didn't know apparently. In honor of Fuller House, we were going to be doing dramatic readings from this book.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you ready to do this?
I'm gonna get ready.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna open up to a completely I'm legit. I have nothing marked here. I'm just gonna open up to a page and then I'm just gonna read from it.
Okay. I'm
gonna do British. Sort of my, Bane one I did from the Whatnots Pussy episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Okay.
Okay.
Jesse thought for a minute. "You are a good cook," he said, thinking out loud. "And Becky will certainly be surprised," he added. Jesse reached into his pocket and pulled out his wallet. "Here, I'll give you some money for the cost of the ingredients." He pulled out $20. Good man. "This is all I have right now. Is that enough?" he asked. Stephanie's eyes widened in delight. "More than enough," she answered. "I'm making more catering supply money already." She gave a sigh of relief.
Whoa.
I have no idea what the story's about thus far, other than
that's
I used to
deep.
have a joke. I used to have a joke about Full House because I used to watch Full House all the time when I was a kid. And on the episode, every episode was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, that you burnt down the house. Here's $20." Yeah. Like every episode always sort of ended with them giving money to the kids.
It's a really
it's such an upper white class a white collar just white people problem sort of show. That's the way Full House is.
But if you take the household as society, it has a socialism sort of viewpoint to it. Mm-hmm. Like the parents are more profitable. Mm-hmm. They can aid in the children's problems.
Yeah, well, and I the show is very, very pro Obama. It was very ahead of its time, and which is surprising considering the Cameron family is,
pretty much insane. So, at least Kirk Cameron is. I don't really know much about Candace Cameron. I'm sure they're all
I've
fine
watched
people.
a couple of episodes of The View. She seems...
Is she on The View?
One of Kirk Cameron's sisters is.
I don't know. So do you want to read a little bit from
I would love
Full House Stephanie?
Nothing more.
Sugar and Spice advice. You can read it in whatever sort of cadence you'd like to.
All right, let's see. Chapter 3. If you're such a great cook, then why are you buying your lunch today? Stephanie's best friend, Darcy Powell, grinned at Stephanie. They were waiting on line at the school cafeteria. Stephanie had just finished telling Darcy about the excellent dinner she'd made the night before. I'm buying my lunch because I didn't have time to make anything this morning, she explained. And anyway, I like the school pizza. Darcy shook her head, making her dark curls bounce. You like cafeteria food? She chuckled. Just the pizza, Stephanie replied. And the fried chicken. Darcy made a gagging noise, and Stephanie laughed. Darcy always made her laugh. Ever since they'd become friends 2 years earlier when Darcy moved to San Francisco from Chicago.
Man, this is a good book. Like, it's good.
Yeah. I mean, we joke about it.
Did she write this? Gosh. This is just... No, Devra Newberger Sparagon wrote this book.
That sounds like a pen name.
That's actually Stephanie. I'm gonna read again. I'm gonna do my maybe feminine sort of hamster voice. That's my rabbit hamster. Mm-hmm. This is from chapter 5. It was Monday. So let me start again. Chapter 5. It was Monday afternoon. Stephanie had just raced home from school to get the TV to herself because she's selfish. She dropped her book bag on the floor by the door and tossed her jacket on a hook and halted in shock. That, inexplicably, is its own period, or its own sentence. Michelle was already sitting on the sofa watching TV. That bitch. Stephanie took a deep breath. Michelle, can I ask you a really big favor? Michelle stared at the flickering screen. See? Such a cunt. Can you...
My God.
Can you watch TV upstairs in Aunt Becky's apartment? I need to watch a few shows on the telly. Michelle glanced up. What shows? She asked. Cooking. With Chef Thelma.
I could only imagine...
I added the word cunt. That was not, I don't really hate that word, but like I genuinely hate that word, but it felt right for a British, it just felt right for like a British rabbit.
Yeah.
People are like, why did they just say that word? That's a terrible word to say.
Was that actually in the book?
That was definitely not, and bitch was not in the book either. I added...
I'm assuming there is no cussing whatsoever in this book.
Good old wholesome Full House. Do you want to do one more round?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Oh, this is my drunk kind of British guy, I guess.
God, I hope he's belligerent.
After school, Stephanie sat at her Uncle Jess's computer. She was trying to come up with a flyer design. She wanted to advertise her catering business around the neighborhood. It was going to earn enough to buy Uncle Jesse and Aunt Becky a really great anniversary present. She needed some jobs lined up first. She stared at her blank computer screen, darling, for 15 minutes. She couldn't even come up with a business name. It's because she's a child and stupid. The name should say something about great food, she thought. She typed great food. No, it's too plain. Of course it was, darling. It was a terrible idea. What were you thinking, Stephanie? What were you thinking? Maybe I should play up the biscuits, she thought. Everyone raved about them. She typed biscuits are us. Real original, child, Stephanie. But that sounded as if she knew only how to make biscuits. Stephanie stared at the blank screen a little while longer. It was probably a good idea to use her name in the title, like Mrs. Fields' Cookies and Paul Newman's salad dressing. It's quite good dressing, darling. Tana's, she typed. Tana, what had Joey said about her food? It was tasty. I've got it, she cried. Tana's tasties.
Boom.
That was Full House, Stephanie. Sugar and spice advice. I highly recommend checking this book out. If you can find it, you can probably find it on Amazon for a penny.
And if you can find somebody who can speak in a drunk Cockney accent, all the better.
I just add darling every once in a while, just because it's quite good. I'm Randy. You can follow me at RL Schaefer Writes on Twitter. Todd, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Todd Jacobison. At Todd Jacobison, sans the and then
Yeah. Be
Tumblr,
sure to
Instagram.
Yeah. You can find us all over the place. Just Google our names.
Yeah.
Maybe don't Google our names. I don't know. God knows what'll come up.
I think I might have had a Vimeo account years ago.
Yeah, I had a Vimeo account where I made a Showgirls trailer recut to the Inception music. You should look that up if you have a chance.
That sounds awesome.
It was awesome. It was great. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Every Monday we have Whatnots episodes. Thank you for the writers of this book for allowing us great fodder. And hopefully Fuller House is just as terrible as the original show was. So take care, folks. Cheers.
I'm going to binge watch the crap out of that.
Stephanie has just discovered that she's an incredible cook.
Good enough to start her own catering business.
Everyone's full of advice for making her own business a major success.
But Stephanie can't succeed on her own, right?
Wrong! Cooking for clients is way harder than cooking for a family.
Suddenly...